actually take place at the KCB Leadership Center in Nairobi,
Okay.
and not at State House, Nairobi. But either way,
Yeah.
all the entire leadership of Parliament will be there, and probably even supporters of the broad-based arrangement. We include members who come from the Speaker's party, Ford Kenya. That in itself has serious ramifications for this nation. Going forward, apart from waiting for the 5 years to lapse for Kenyans to correct, lack of an opportunity for us to recall our members of Parliament means that even if there's a regime change and another system comes in, they can still fall into the same trap.
Yes, but I like the spirit of the Gen Z, which is basically that we cannot allow the country to go to the dogs and keep silent. So the issue of the legality of the BBG government, I think that needs to be addressed, and I believe some efforts would be made towards that end amongst certain groups of advocates that I'm a member. There is also the question that moving forward and politically, we need to exert some pressure on Raila Odinga and together with other legacy politicians, because the issue is you did very well for this country in the past, and you did well to fight for the current constitution. But you cannot have a situation whereby after having all these goods to the country, you are the chief obstacle to progress. Politically, in my view, it is ultimate bad manners. You must decide, and there are clear provisions of law. You must decide to be a wife or a mistress. Mm-hmm. The position of a mistress under our legal arrangements is not permitted, whereby you decide that after you've gone to the position to decide whether you are going to be married on this side of the political divide or on the other side, in between, you decide that you are going to play the role of a mistress and you get everything messed up. I think that at personal level, at the issue of personal integrity, is an issue that needs to be addressed. And finally, is that there is still a lot of hope in Kenya. And I do not see this complicity and the kind of agenda that they are trying to work out really going very far. This writer called Dennis Kabara, the political commentator, was writing an article 2 or 3 weeks ago in which he was showing that approximately 27 to 30, there will be 27 to 30 million voters in Kenya in 2027. And at least 17 million is likely to be amongst the people who are Gen Zs. Therefore, it is my view that the current conspiracy that will be done at the current are based on the realities of Kenya, based on age groups and prejudices that may not be current when you come to 2027. Therefore, the challenge to me is that those young people to whom the future belongs to must ensure when all these legacy politicians come together, you get a way to ensure that you have the decisive vote and you get rid of them both at Parliament, County Assembly, and particularly to address the problem of a disaster presidency in Kenya.
Right. It is do or die. Two broad-based government allies, Raila Odinga and President William Ruto, will hold a joint meeting today with their parliamentarians, which has been opposed by some members as they seek to put in place a formidable team ahead of 2027 polls. That meeting will be held at the KCB Leadership Center. It is part of the big discussion. What happens? Has Parliament been completely captured by the executive, and what that would mean for the remaining 2 years of this Parliament? Thank you so much. Wakili Kibe Mungai, constitutional lawyer, Samuel Pogisio, who was Senate Majority Leader in the 12th Parliament,